What's cracking, Jump Nation family? It's your boy here, Rishi S, aka the Jump Rope Coach. Welcome to episode 2 of my new season of the Jump Rope Labs, where you guys send me your videos and I help you correct you on your form or whatever skill or transition you're looking to do with the jump rope. So in today's episode, we're going to be going through the SouthPaw one-sided open side swing, if that's what you want to call it. But you guys know this move, I always use it. So make sure you stick around after that intro where I'm going to get you guys flying like bosses. So let's do this in 3, 2, 1.
And I'm like, hello, it's good to finally let go. I ain't worried about a thing. I just like to keep it mellow. Yeah, I like to keep it mellow. I smoke and keep it mellow. I drink and keep it mellow. Every day I keep it mellow. Every day I keep it mellow. I smoke and keep it mellow. I drink and keep it mellow. Every day I keep it mellow. Every day I keep it mellow.
Yes guys, welcome to a windy London where we're going to smash through this tutorial very quickly. Hopefully the microphone is cool and you can hear me clearly. But before we get into this, if this is the first time you're hitting up Rush Athletics TV, this is the home of jump rope fitness and lifestyle. Please, whatever you do, smash that subscribe button and join the hottest fitness community growing across the world today. Be sure to get yourself hooked up with the best vinyl on the planet as well. This is the Rush Athletics Speed Rope, also known as the Money Rope. We also have a whole range of ropes online and we're available on most Amazon websites. So go online, cop it and get all your apparel and whatever you need to get you flying boss, guys. Right, so let's get straight into this tutorial. So I'm going to put Ivan's video here right next to me. So Ivan is from Panama and he was struggling with the SouthPaw move, right? And what he was complaining and what he was kind of struggling with was the fact that the rope was getting tangled and he didn't know why when he was doing this move, right? So we're going to correct him, and there's 3 things that I want to really point out in this video right next to me. So it's going to be in slow motion and you're going to also see my version in slow motion as well, so I can really help you, right? So the first thing is this, right guys? He's talking about the rope tangling up, but we're going to break it down. The first problem that I see that he has with his rope is the knots, right? So he has his knot right down here, right nearly down the middle of the kind of rope, as it were. What that's going to do, right, and why you don't want to do that is, first and foremost, is you want to have the knots kind of close to the handle, not too close, but as you can see here, I've got it maybe like about 7 or 8 centimeters down from the handle, and you want this simply because it's going to keep the weight close to the handle and give you guys a good revolution. I've got a good video, I've got a really kind of comprehensive video on knots, so do go check that out. But you don't want your knots further down the rope because it's not going to give you that benefit of having the weight around the handle to feel where the rope is and to get good revolutions, and if anything, it's going to start to cause kinks. So that leads me on to point number 2, just quickly. His rope is far too long, and the way the angle is, I can't really tell his height, but I can already tell how long the rope is. Just check this out in the slow motion, right? When the rope hits the floor, you're gonna see his arc is literally like a kind of box. It's like a square right at the bottom. He's got a kind of horizontal line made with the rope. You can see that here. What you really want to aim to do, guys, you want to lengthen your rope so that you've got a really nice solid arc where just the bottom of the rope is just clipping the ground, right? And you want to have a nice shape on your rope that kind of looks more like a kind of U, or like not a V, but like a kind of nice cool U, just like that, just clipping the floor just like this. His is more kind of box, square, and as soon as the rope hits the floor, it's going to start to kink, it's going to start to bounce up, you're going to have irregular bounce, it's going to catch the feet, and that's not what you don't want. If you're watching my video right now on the B-roll on the playback here, you're going to see that the arc is really nice and smooth. It's a little bit cold here in London, so it's going to affect the PVC, but what you really want to remember is just lengthen your rope, don't make it too long, just kind of use knots, cut it if you need to, but not too much, but just use knots right kind of close to the handle. He's only got 2 knots in there, and I believe he probably needs about 3 or 4. Just so you guys know, I am 6'1", nearly 6'2" or so, 186 centimeters, and I'm using currently these days about 2 to 3 knots, more or less, all right? And especially when I'm doing this move, you just really don't want the rope too long, guys, because you're going to be working a lot more with your arms and your wrists to correct that technique. And that brings me on to point 3, guys. This is like probably the most important thing about why he's getting his rope tangled now. What he's doing, if you see the slow motions again, just have a look at his wrist position, right? But you're gonna see in my version, what you wanna do is when you side swing to your kind of left-hand side, for example, you want your right hand on top, right? The reason is you want your right hand on top, you want your thumbs facing behind you. You really wanna get that rope separated as you do that side swing so that when you open it, the rope is not tangled, okay? And the only way you can do this is when you get your wrist on top of each other. He's got them very side by side, as you can see, and he's also pointing the rope kind of horizontally, he's kind of facing away from him when really it should be behind him. So you really want to get this action of throwing your hand behind you, pointing your thumbs behind you, so that when you come back to open the rope, you can really whip it open and like there's just no tangling. If you keep the ropes really close together, wrists close together, as you go to open it, sometimes you're going to get a chance of it tangling at the bottom, and especially because his rope's too long, he's going to be kind of like hitting the floor, getting the kinks like we mentioned with the knots and that problem as well. So that's what you got to do, guys. You got to make sure that those wrists are separated. The top wrist or the top hand is always turning over, thumbs are facing behind you, gives you a nice separation of the rope. You can then open it out and you can continue with the move. So that is more or less how you really nail this move, guys. Hopefully that jump rope lab helped you. There's a lot of people out there I know with the same question. Ivan, thank you so much for sending me that video. Big up, and hopefully you found it useful. Do be sure, guys, to keep following this series. There's a lot of videos coming right now through the email. If you want to be featured, if you want your problem solved, do email me. There's a link kind of in the bio down here somewhere, but on the subject title, please write jump rope lab, and then underneath just attach your video and also let me know where you're from, your name, your country, etc., and I will make sure that I try and get it featured. Check out who won the giveaway from last week, the massive giveaway. Their names are going to be following at the end of this video. But as always, a lot of love, a lot of appreciation. Do go down to my website, show your support as well. Remember, there's a discount code, YouTube10. Cop yourself some slick apparel, man. Right now it's windy and I'm feeling cool, man. I'm feeling nice and cool. This is the RA windbreaker if you were intrigued to know, but there's a lot more cool stuff, hoodies, t-shirts, caps, everything you need to get you flying boss, like I always say, guys. So do give your support. I really appreciate you, and I'll check you in that next video. So take care of yourself, skip the treadmill, stay safe. Peace.